Scott Howell was an offensive tackle for UAM from 1992 to 1995. He broke his way into the starting lineup in 1992 halfway through the season, and for 40 games in a row did not give up that spot. His senior year here at UAM was when UAM transitioned from NAIA into Division II, and so they were ineligible for postseason awards at that time, so he probably had more awards stacked up in his name, but he was a 1993 second team All-AIC, 1994 he was NAIA All-American, and 1994 first team All-AIC, and 1994 the North-South National All-Star Classic selectee. Everybody please welcome Scott Howell.
Coach, is that the best picture you could find? I mean, he is pretty intimidating, but good evening, everyone. What a great honor it is to be back on campus at UAM. It's been a long time, too long. I want to first thank the selection committee for the remarkable opportunity to join the UAM Hall of Fame family, and I want to also thank the university for making all this happen. Thank you to my family and friends that are here tonight to witness this special occasion. It means a great deal to me. To my dad, Larry Howell, who we lost in 2019, thank you for being so tough on me and my brother. It wasn't always sunshine and roses, but it made us who we are today, and I wouldn't change it for anything. To my brother, Kevin, thank you for always believing in me when I didn't always believe in myself. To my wife, Lauren, and my two kids, Easton and Bennett, thank you for your unwavering support and love. Love you guys. To my mom, Kay Howell, this is going to be a tough one. Thank you for your endless support, for always believing in me, and for shaping me for the man I am today. One football milestone that I cherish the most is playing in 40 consecutive football games without missing a single snap. That pales in comparison to the fact that my mom was at every single one of those football games, cheering on her son, playing his favorite sport, from Portland, Oregon to Mexico City, and every game between. Thanks, Mom. Love you. Receiving this great accomplishment is only possible with the support of great coaches, teammates, and faculty. I had all three of those here at UAM. Being an offensive lineman meant battling your opponents in the trenches. We were never the center of attention, and we never seeked out the limelight. The only time our names were called was when we missed a block or gave up a sack. But as an offensive lineman, we knew this going into it, and we were okay with that. That being said, I would like to call out the names of my brothers that battled next to me every Saturday in the trenches. Left tackle, Eric Knutson. Left guard, Chris Houston. Paul Russell. And Darryl Collins was our center. And our right guard was Owen Powell. This was a group of guys that paved the way for one of the most prolific offenses in school history. With over 4,100 yards of offense in the 93 season. At that time, it was the best in school history and stood until the 2000 season. Our play caller and leader at quarterback was Brian Trucks. Brian had exceptional accuracy, and he had an extreme football IQ. Brian was the type of quarterback and person that you wanted to protect with your life. One of the most memorable plays during my college career at UAM was during the first round of the playoffs in the 93 season. Brian hit wide receiver Chris Glasper for a 90-yard touchdown pass. At the time, it was the longest touchdown in program history, and only 3 plays have gone for more yards since that day. That single play propelled us into the second round of the NAIA playoffs. During my years at UAM, I had the pleasure of blocking for 2 of the greatest running backs in school history, Roy Watkins and Andre Holman. Both All-Americans themselves, they were an offensive lineman's dream to block for. You didn't have to blow your guy off the ball 10 yards. You merely had to get in his way, and they would take care of the rest. None of our accomplishments would be even possible without the unwavering vision and guidance of our coaches. And we had 2 legends to guide us. Coach Tommy Barnes who was my head coach, and Coach Carl Preston, who was my offensive line coach. Both Hall of Famers themselves, they were truly better men and mentors than they were coaches. I can still remember my visiting trip to UAM like it was yesterday. My dad and I made the 5-hour trip from Denham Springs, Louisiana, and after our introductions, we immediately started talking about hunting, fishing, and family. The subject of football never came up. On the drive back home to Denham Springs that day, I knew where I wanted to play football. With great coaches and great players came great success, and we had plenty of that during my years at UAM. My second year, we were invited to play in the Aztec Bowl in Mexico City, Mexico. We played in the old Olympic Stadium and played in front of 50,000 screaming fans. Mexico took this game so serious that the game tickets didn't say Mexico All-Stars versus Monticello. It said Mexico versus USA. We were fortunate to get the win, and the craziest part of the whole trip was after the game, players were swapping fans' hip pads and thigh pads for gold watches and chains. It was an experience that I will never forget. During the 1993 season, we beat Harding University to win the AIC championship and made it to the NAIA national playoffs for only the second time in school history. We ended the season one game short of making it to the national championship game. These are all experiences and achievements that I will never forget. Last but certainly not least, I want to thank someone who was instrumental in my success on and off the field. This person was my professor, my advisor, and pretty much my mom away from home. And she always made sure that I was taken care of and that I was on top of my schoolwork. That person is Dr. Mary Jane Gilbert. Thanks, Dr. Gilbert, and thank you all for being here tonight. Thank you.